Hello, and welcome back on the journey. Yeah, um, I'm gonna change it up a little bit. So, I've been doing the lessons in the video, and you can't see it. It's taking a very long time. There are a lot of long pauses. There are a lot of times where I feel like I'm talking to the camera, but it's pretty clear that I'm kind of just staring into this area as opposed to this area type location, and that sucks. So I'm going to stop doing that. Instead of having the lesson in the video, I'm going to do a lesson and then talk about it after the fact. So I just read about diphthongs in Korean. Get you out of the gutter. Not that kind of thong. Um, and I already feel like I'm out of my depth. There are a lot of letters that I probably don't know. I feel like I got the basic letters. Um, so something I noticed on Duolingo, because I am still using Duolingo for Korean, is that um, first thing it does is introduce you to the letters themselves, not just the letters off to the side, but it actually just dives you right into the Korean letters. And they start just having by like two letters together. The way it's like me, M-E, from your. This would be, yeah, M-E, B, we. Um, so I'm going to continue, so I'm just going to keep studying prior to. I'm going to keep using Duolingo because it's not so much about grammar with Duolingo or trying to be able to write a poem or something. It's just about getting context for like the characters, getting to know some of the vocabulary. I still really don't know any vocabulary, but I do understand a lot more of the letters themselves. Um, I was reading or I was watching a few YouTube videos because there have been a few videos recently come out about Western tourists who went to North Korea, and I was trying to read some of the text on the walls. Obviously, not being able to comprehend any of it, but the comprehension of those letters is not the point. Being able to just see the letters for what they are, letters, was the point, and I was able to at least recognize them. It wasn't, I wasn't able to read any of it, but I could go like, oh, that one's a verb or an adverb, or no, either a verb or an adjective because it ends in da. I remember that one. So yeah, we'll keep doing that. Um, I haven't been on for the last couple of days. Part of it is homework. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm currently working on my master's in North American history. And I'm kind of at like the crunch time part of the class where I really just got to hit it, just head on and just go in. So if I got to choose between getting an A in my master's class and studying a few letters in Korean, I'm gonna choose my class. The class will end. The language study will not. I know where my priorities are. Um, and then yesterday, I'm in the army and there was a ceremony. I did not get back until 2100 my time, 9 p.m. for those of you who do not know military time or non-American time, non-USA America time. Yeah, I was completely exhausted. There was no way I was getting on to do this yesterday. I love reading my book as I go to bed. I didn't read my book when I went to bed. I was that tired. So, yeah, now I'm done making excuses for myself. Um, there were a couple other things I had issues with the previous videos. Like, I would hold up papers like this. In this, looking at this on my screen, looks pretty damn clear. I'll watch a YouTube video of that, and it looks awful. You cannot tell, or I cannot tell, what it is I'm trying to say in my own video. So I think that pretty well takes that out of the equation. So I'm going to stop doing that. And yeah, I'm just going to take notes of what I learned for the day, even if it's just something basic. Or if I learn some new vocab, which I really need to start getting into, because I gotta start somewhere. Like, I can only study the characters for so long before it's like, okay, I gotta move on. Seriously, it's lesson 8, and I still, without looking at a paper, I cannot name a word in Korean, and this feels wrong. I can recognize the characters. I can recognize the letters. I can recognize if something is an adjective or a verb. And that's it. When looking at the letters, I can see if something says Pyongyang. I don't know if I can say the same for Seoul. So, yeah. Kind of at a frustrating point, and it's very early. So, I'll be back tomorrow. And I'm going to keep going with this journey. Stick with me. And I'll let you know, because someone else is watching my videos. I don't know who, but somebody. So, thank you to my one viewer. I'm gonna leave it there. Cheers.